things. The guitar, computer, and accessories. Food. You don't want healthy food. Who wants to not be fat? What a bunch of pussies. Oh yeah, and the less glamorous thing, money that you have to pay other people. I don't know if you know that or not. You have to pay people lots of money to make this shit happen. So let's do that. I love this sassy prayer. Wasn't that sassy? Yeah.
Well, you know, Seth, sassy just really means sarcastic with vagina. So,
Totally.
good job. Good job.
Yeah, that's what I meant that.
I meant every word.
Yes, yes. That's what I was going for.
I love this prayer. The Sign of the Southern Cross is back for its second full-length album, and once again I return to my role as recording the guitar, the bass, and the vocals, just like I did for the first Southern Cross record of Mountains of Moonshine. And just like Mountains of Moonshine, I mean, this record has been through absolute just fucking hell. Unfortunately, it's taken so long to get done because unfortunately there's been wave after wave of negative aspects just out of my control getting in its way. But you can't fucking kill it. I mean, this thing is massive, and we're getting it done. We're in the home stretch now. Got a little bit more to go, and you know, there's something about that angst that helps just make magic. You know, I mean, when you get too comfortable, you kind of lose that spark. I wish it wasn't like that. I mean, to be honest with you, I wish that you know, these processes were easy. They absolutely never are. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to be a martyr for every negative aspect that's gotten in the way. I've had positive aspects, supporting me, supporting the music, helping pushing it forward. You got Evan Bradford, who mixed and mastered the EP, I Carry the Fire. He's coming back to help me mix and master this thing. He's also helping me do like a little recording as well. Brian Sturm, incredible guitar player, good friend of mine. He played lead guitar on the EP, and he's actually coming back to play some solos for me on this record as well. And you know, it's coming together. Like I said, this material is just absolutely fucking epic, huge, dynamic, just brutal as shit. But the best way I can describe it is it's just a really awesome mix of the brutality and technicality of the EP and the sort of charm and soul of the first record.
Yes, as far as the drum stuff goes, some of the songs were better than others, and I know that you had said that on a couple of them that they were fine for tracking, but there were definite issues. I'm in the process of going back through all those right now, and just making sure that there's no like artifacts or anything weird going on.
Cool.
And it's just
drive is it?
it's anyway with the drums. So I'm in the process of going back through that, just like listening through really carefully and making sure that everything's like good to go.
Cool.
So if you hear stuff today, then don't worry about it.
Yeah. No.
I'll definitely take care of it.
If it's not any like really all that much different than
It's not going to be any worse
than what
than
you want. Yeah. So that it's
yeah. So I mean, and it was pretty much fine. I'm just like being really picky about it.
Well, that's good because I want you to be.
I'm kind of a freak about that stuff. I can't help it.
I am too. This bitch must be massive.
It pained me to send you tracks that had like stuff, but it was just like I would get them at such random times, and I was just trying to get it done enough to where you could, move on.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
And I mean, none of it was like.
I mean, yeah, it's not awful.
Like compared to the shit I've used before, like
Yeah.
when I first did my first album, when I did Mountains of Moonshine, the shit that I got were the raw.
It wasn't yeah.
Yeah, the raw recording, nothing sound replaced, nothing beefed up, and that sucked asshole.
Yeah, it's hard to get inspired when you're listening to stuff that sounds like
exactly. Yeah, it was, and I was terrified because I was like,
how is this ever gonna sound good?
Yeah, I'd always done stuff on my own,
yeah,
with my own mixing and stuff like that, but I had never done anything to that scale.
Yeah,
with that kind of pressure and money behind it.
Yeah.
And also at the time, I think I told you this, I was living in a fucking storage unit. So there wasn't too many celebrations happening in my mind.
Yeah.
It was like, fuck. But it turned out alright.
That turned out really good. I'm stoked about this one, man. It's gonna be heavy.
I want to put a big ass like bass drop 808 right here.
What's up? Evan Bradford here. I'm going to be mixing and mastering the new Southern Cross record. All the tracking's been done. I've been doing some preliminary mixes and should be digging into it pretty heavily within the next week or so. And it's going to be an incredible record when it's finished. I've known Seth for a really long time. I've been a big fan of his work and always respected him as both a person and an artist. And I was really stoked when he came to me to help him with this project because I really dug the first record he did as Sign of the Southern Cross. So you definitely need to make sure that you pick up a copy when it comes out. I promise you that you won't be disappointed.
That's a take. Cool. That's a take, son. That's a take. Well, I'm gonna listen to it one more time just because I kind of have a boner. And I don't
knew, like, it was so funny, like, me coming up with a solo, because I knew it just called for, like, definitely some soul, like you were saying, and some blues, and, like, I'd hit different licks, and it's funny, because I'd find licks that I liked, and I'd be like, okay, like, that's got to go in there somewhere, and it was just sort of a, ongoing thing.
A lot of fun to work with Seth. Hearing him, live for the first time then, just thinking, man, this guy really does all this stuff, and, delving into the lyrics and, seeing, this is obviously an intelligent guy that's, got a lot of drive and just a lot of feeling in the music. And that's why we all do it. We do it because we love it. He does it because he loves it, and he wants the audience to feel it. To feel it like he does, we want everybody as musicians, to take something away from from what we do, something special that you can apply to your own lives, and I mean the new album showcases that to a T. The new material is absolutely slamming. Old Southern Cross fans are gonna eat their hearts out, and I think it's gonna bring in a lot of new ears. The album, there's just a lot of feeling to it. There's a lot of depth. It goes in a few different directions that weren't explored on Mountains of Moonshine, and Seth has definitely grown even more so as a vocalist and as a songwriter. It's gonna blow you away. I can tell you right now. These tracks are heavy. They're raw. They're brutal at times, but they're still so soulful, and they're just good songs. They're well arranged, and even just the way they flow on the album, it just makes sense. They take you on a journey, musically, lyrically, emotionally, at the same time, and they break new ground. He's trying some new things, bringing in some different influences, while still retaining the power and the essence that is the band. It's powerful stuff. And when you hear it, you can hear the reworking in the tracks and just the attention to detail that he puts into everything he does. And you can feel the passion. And that's ultimately the goal, is for you to get out of it what he's putting in. That's what he wants us all to do. And that's it. Alright, I'm gonna get real with you right now. Okay, what you need to do is protect your fucking neck, okay? Because